Alright, now this macro here is going to be your Chains of Ice macro, and basically what I have set into this macro is the fact that your pet's going to be attacking the target that you chains, as you can see here. It's also good to have this macro because your gargoyle tends to go off on random tangents, and if you use this Chains of Ice macro, your gargoyle will generally attack the target that you chain, so that's really good to have. This next macro here is the Focus Death Grip, and I can't really grip these totems because it says that the targets are tapped, but say for instance, you know, you're on a healer, this macro is really good, or I mean you're on a DPS, this macro is really good to like Focus Death Grip any, you know, like polymorphs that may be coming out, you know, to reduce pressure, or even to actually grip heals to get an interrupt. It always helps out, you know, getting that extra few seconds of, you know, the healer not healing the target that you're on. And maybe you could even get a kill off of Focus Death Gripping something. Alright, this is my Focus Strangulate macro, and the really good thing about this is that if you don't have a focus up, it'll strangulate your target. And another good thing is that, you know, you could always keep your target and just strangulate your focus, get that CC out without changing targets. You know, you get that time where you're doing damage and not swapping between targets, so it's always good to have that extra few seconds on, you know, your opponent. Alrighty, this macro here is my Focus and All macro, and it's useful because, you know, I can get a 3-second CC out or even a 4-second CC out while my pet's enraged on my focus target, and it works like this. My pet will run over and gnaw it, and there goes the CC. Alright, this next macro is actually really useful, and I'd really love to see a lot of DKs use it in the future. As you see here, my pet is enraged, and when your pet's enraged, it gets a silence when you leap. So it'll immobilize and it will silence something for 2 seconds if they're in the middle of a cast. So here's my focus over here, and my pet will actually charge over to it, right there as it did, and immobilizing and silencing any casts. It's really good. You could be used for a peel. It could also even be used to get the 2-second silence, also followed up by a 4-second pet stun, because when your pet's enraged, you get that extra 1 second on your stun, which is really good. It's a 6-second CC, and you could even follow it up with a Strangulate, you know, and put even more CC on the target. Focus Mind Freeze is really good because you could be attacking your target, and, you know, say for instance the healer's standing right next to you. You know, it's always good to, you know, have that healer on focus and like move over. Like say for instance this totem right here is my focus. He's casting a heal. I'm targeting this target. I just move over and I could Mind Freeze him really easily. So that would interrupt the healer and maybe even get you the kill in the arena match. Alrighty, another great move that Death Knights have is their Lichborne, and not only does it break charm, fear, and sleep effects, but it actually also heals you. What it does is it turns you into an undead target, and like here, and I can actually death coil myself and actually get heals onto me. So it's really great. It'll help, you know, your healer out if your healer CC'd. It's always good to you know, help your healer save his trinket, help your healer save his cooldowns as long as possible, and yep, it's a really good move to use. My cancel macro is really useful because it actually helps me save time, and it saves a lot of time. Say for instance you have Lichborne active and a priest is shackling you. You don't have to take your mouse and right click one of your buffs. You actually can just hit the macro and it will cancel the effect of the Lichborne. Say for instance I play with a Holy Paladin, and when he bops me, you know, just to get a disarm off, I don't want to like go through my buffs and try to, you know, like aim and right click it. I want to be able to hit my macro that will take off the hand of protection. So that's really good macro to use. It saves some time and it can help you in the arena a lot. Something that's really good to take into consideration is that you know, an Unholy Death Knight has a lot of damage, and most of their damage comes from their pet. And if your pet's dying in the arena, you know, you want to be able to have a macro, which is, it's a new macro for me. I haven't really been using it in the arena. I usually just targeted my pet and healed it. It's a death coil macro, and it'll actually death coil heal your pet, which is great. And you know, it can also save your healer some time, some globals actually, you know, to heal yourself and not your pet. So keeping your pet up's a really good thing in the arena, and it'll help you do a lot of damage. Alrighty, this macro is really useful because you can actually save a keybind if you wanted to. Basically what it does is it actually enrages your pet if you have one, so like this. And it also, if you don't have a pet, it will actually like raise one from the dead. So it's a pretty cool macro to have, and hope you guys use it. This next macro is actually called an anti-magic zone macro, and you guys might be wondering, like, what is an anti-magic zone macro? What could you possibly put into your anti-magic zone? Well, I actually, you know, since you're doing a lot of damage, and you know, you're probably using all your runes, it's really good to actually put blood tap into your anti-magic zone. So if you need a really quick anti-magic zone, like say for instance an RMP is opening on you, then you can get that blood tap out, get your rune refreshed, and have the anti-magic zone to prevent the damage. Alrighty, now the Dark Simulacrum macros. Dark Simulacrum is probably the least most used move on a DK. Just the fact that, you know, like, it's kind of like random, blah blah blah. I mean, I like Dark Simulacrum. It really does change the wave of the game, and my macros for it are Arena Target 1, 2, 3, a regular one to actually apply the Dark Simulacrum effect. Say for instance I steal a Hex, I'll be able to target my whoever I'm trying to Hex and Hex them easily. And I also have a focus Dark Simulacrum macro, so I've put it on this totem over here, which was set to my focus. Really great move, and I hope you guys start using it in the arena. It could really change the wave of the game. This next macro that I use is for when I want to start kicking some ass and blowing a whole bunch of cooldowns out. You see here, my gargoyle is ready to be used. So I pop my cooldowns, I call it my power cooldown, and it activates my Unholy Frenzy to give me faster rune regeneration, my Cataclysmic Trinket to give me more strength, and also my gargoyle, who comes out and starts blowing people up with his gargoyle strikes. So that's my nuke macro, and it really helps out, just bursting someone down when I want to go hard in the arena. Another macro that I've been working on is the Focus Necrotic macro, and I really like it because it's useful in the fact that, you know, any slows, like it's a Curse of Tongues basically, any slow on the healer's casts, you know, it gets less heals out to his partner that he's trying to heal. So I feel like that pressure is really useful at certain times in the arena, and I hope you guys use this macro. If you guys take a look at my strikes on my bar, I actually have startattack macros embedded in each of them, and also petattack macros inside them as well. This helps me set up, you know, like bursts. Like say for instance, I use my Festering Strike right now, all of my things will hit. See all that burst right there? It helps a lot, and it also helps my pet control his energy for when I want to actually get my Gnaw out. I don't have, you know, Claw on, you know, auto, and I don't have Gnaw on auto or Leap on auto, so it keeps his energy there, and it also uses his energy when I actually use my moves. Alright, for this macro, it basically can be used to help your healer break out of CCs such as polymorphs and blinds. So what it does, if you see a polymorph on your, you know, healer, for instance, you could throw Unholy Frenzy on the target. And Unholy Frenzy's on my pet right now, since I don't have any other players in my party. But it ticks a certain amount of damage every 3 seconds. So they won't be able to sit the full 7-second polymorph or full 7-second blind. And it's really great, and I hope you guys use it. Alrighty guys, that concludes this video. I thank you guys for watching, and I really hope all these macros benefit you in your arena experience. And that's about it. See you guys later.